Right, how we doing, everyone? I hope you're all good. Here we go again. Friday, the 26th of January, 2024. Right, before I start, I don't say it enough, but thank you all so very much for all the new subscribers to the channel. 916 now, which is incredible. I was only on about 500 just before Christmas. So, yeah, 1,000 is looming. So, yeah, thanks very much. Just keep this momentum going. Anyway, let's get back to the weather. This is far more interesting than talking about subscribers, right? It's a beautiful day out there today. We're in a run of westerly breezes. It is fresher and it is cooler. If we just take a little look at the anomaly charts, the cold front that pushed through in the early hours of this morning has now pushed all that very mild air out of the way into continental Europe, and we're in a run of fresher westerly breezes. Temperatures are a little bit cooler across Scotland today, but it is a beautiful, fine and sunny day. Look at this. This is the current satellite picture, pretty much devoid of cloud across many parts of England, Wales, and Ireland. But just towards the north, over towards Scotland, there are a few showers that have been pushing in from the west. And if we just take a little look at the radar, you'll see at the moment, yeah, essentially dry, fine, sunny skies across the UK. But yeah, showers have been pushing in, but they are starting to die out. Right, that air has been a bit cooler and it has produced a little bit of snow. So this is at the Spittal of Glenshee. If you remember yesterday, for many parts of the UK, it was a grey, miserable, very mild day. But yeah, that cold front, it pushed through in the early hours of this morning across the whole of the UK. And this is the situation. Lovely clear blue skies, just a light snowfall early this morning as those breezes turned into the west. But it's all change again. The milder air is pushing back in. Right. Current top of the hots at the moment is Jersey Airport. You're at 10 degrees, 9 degrees at London City Airport, but also down in the Isles of Scilly, 9 degrees. And if we just take a little look at the Isles of Scilly at the moment, this is the scene. Beautiful, deserted beaches, low January sunshine. It looks beautiful down there. Certainly on my bucket list, the Isles of Scilly, a place to go. Right, let's have a look at your facts chart. So this was the situation early this morning. All those fronts from yesterday have pushed out the way. We're in this fresher regime. But by tomorrow, what we'll find is pressure will be sitting across the near continent with some fronts just pushing into the far west of the UK as low pressure tries to push in against this area of high pressure. By Sunday, the situation is largely the same, but just note the breezes are starting to increase, and this cold weather front, which will be sitting out towards the west of Ireland, will slowly be surely making eastward progress throughout the course of the day to change things a little bit for Monday, things a little bit cooler again from the west. Right, let's now take a look at how the weather's going to play out. So this is what we've come here for. So today, we'll just start with today. Well, it's a beautiful afternoon for many, dry and fine, but as we've seen, towards the north, a little bit more in the way of cloud and a few showers. And then later on today, just see how some of them showers become a little bit more organised across the northwest of Ireland, parts of western Scotland, and there'll be a few showers just pushing through across Scotland in that westerly breeze. Right, tomorrow's situation is largely the same for England and Wales. You're close to the area of high pressure, so certainly a dry, fine day tomorrow with variable amounts of cloud and some sunny skies. Quite a cold start. We'll have a look at those temperatures in a minute, but towards the west of the UK, rather more in the way of cloud and breeze, and towards Scotland, you're closer to that front that we saw in the facts chart. So yeah, a rather different day up there across Scotland, but towards the east of Scotland, you'll be joining England, Wales, and much of Ireland with a mainly dry and fine day. Right, temperatures tomorrow, as we've already mentioned, quite a chilly start tomorrow in some parts of the UK, particularly around the Midlands, parts of East Wales. I don't think anywhere will be immune from an early frost tomorrow. Temperatures could be quite chilly, down to around zero to start with, but yeah, on the whole, temperatures will pick up throughout the course of the day, peaking at around about 6 to 8 across England and Wales. Milder across Ireland, you've got more of a southwesterly breeze coming in there. You might be seeing 10, possibly 11 degrees, and mild across Scotland as well. Temperatures typically 5 to 7 degrees, possibly 9 degrees across the Outer Hebrides up there. In winds tomorrow, that will be generally light across England and Wales, moderate across Ireland, and light to moderate across Scotland. But just notice towards the end of the day, rather more in the way of breeze across the Western Isles, perhaps a strong to near gale force southwesterly breeze close to that weather front. Right, we'll move through now to Sunday. So Sunday's situation is largely similar, but there will be changes taking place from the west. So just note how that area of high pressure still holds firm over the near continent. So that keeps much of England and Wales, Ireland, and well, most of the UK on Sunday dry and fine for a while. But that cold front in the Atlantic will be pushing eastwards. This is the scene at 3 o'clock on Sunday afternoon. So rain will be pushing into Ireland and the Outer Hebrides, and this by the end of the day, that area of rain will be pushing in across Ireland and many parts of Scotland. Just by the end of the day, eastern and southeastern Scotland dry with that cold front marching southeastwards. That will bring a rather cooler day on Monday. Right, so yeah, temperatures on Sunday. Once again, we start rather cold. Let's get Sunday up. Right, there we go. Yeah, so this is 7 o'clock Sunday morning. Rather cold again across some inland parts of England. Perhaps a little bit chillier across northern England for a time. Patchy frost again, but milder towards the west of the UK. 7 o'clock in the morning, you'll already be seeing temperatures of 10 or 11 degrees across Ireland, and then that milder air will sweep eastwards throughout the course of the day. Look at these for maximum temperatures, possibly as high as 13 or 14 degrees across parts of Ireland around the Dublin area. But of note, towards the north of Scotland, probably up near the Moray Firth, somewhere like that, you could be seeing a 14, possibly a 15 degrees, so exceptionally mild. But further south across England and Wales, temperatures typically 9 to 11 degrees. Right, your winds on Sunday, a little bit stronger towards the far west of the UK, closer to that cold front. You'll be seeing strong to near gale force winds across the Outer Hebrides, perhaps pushing in some other western parts of Scotland during the course of the day. But for England and Wales, a little bit breezier, typically sort of moderate south-southwesterly breezes, fresh breezes across Ireland. So that's the situation with regard to the wind. Total rainfall throughout the course of the weekend, well, universally dry for England, Wales, many parts of eastern Scotland and parts of eastern Ireland as well. Always a little bit more rainfall later on in the period across western Scotland, where you're affected by that front tomorrow morning and also late again on Sunday. So you could be seeing 25, possibly 30 millimetres of rain across the Western Isles, western parts of Scotland by the end of Sunday. But yeah, essentially, it is a good news story. It is dry. And now, if we just take a look at the week ahead charts, this is where we're sitting in a week's time. So, high pressure again, just from the gem this morning to the west of the UK, just bringing in perhaps some cooler air to the northeast of the UK. But that's against the ECM that are continuing to paint a very mild picture. These are your 850 temperatures. Anything below -10 is winter. So winter is holding on across many parts of Scandinavia and Russia and the far east of Europe, Iceland and Greenland. But yeah, very mild again across the UK. And we'll just have a little look at the GFS. You again going for a very mild theme for England, Wales, and most of the UK. Just a little bit cooler towards the far north of Scotland, but the cold air still at that stage reserved for Greenland, Iceland, and northern parts of Scandinavia, as you would expect. Before we close it out, we'll just take a look at your longer term trends. So here we go. So we're going to just look at your 2 metre temperatures for Brighton. It's generally mild throughout, a little bit of a cooler spike around the 31st and perhaps a few colder spikes later on as we go into February, but confidence is low. And if you look at the spread of those ensembles, you've got to say that the clustering, even at this stage, favours a mild outcome for the foreseeable. North to Newcastle upon Tyne, you're mild as well. Perhaps a little bit more universal agreement for things to turn a little colder up there towards the 4th and the 5th of February. But before then, generally mild, and up towards Glasgow once again. You're looking pretty mild, but a bit of a cooler blip around the end of the month for a while. Perhaps just the risk of a few snow showers on the 30th, 31st. But yeah, generally it is a mild theme. But as we move into February, once again, there is scatter, but there is a potential signal for things to turn colder from the north. So lots to be keeping an eye on. But yeah, as I've mentioned, this is the forecast for the next couple of days. Mild, dry, fine, sunny, bright across many parts of England and Wales. Rain towards the northwest of the UK, moving eastwards overnight into Monday. Thanks for watching, and ciao for now.